see me. Come on in. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on in this room. Yes, that's it. I'm your girl. Andy the Barber Dog coming to y'all. And y'all know I got so much to tell you. Hey, Tyrone, what up? Hey, you get away. Tyrone, thank you. Everybody support Tyrone. Tyrone got a clothing line. Check out Mr. Kabil. Mr. Kabil, check him out. He has a book that's out. Tyrone, you got so much stuff going on. You got a clothing line. Also, y'all, speaking of other people's clothing line, I met some fantastic people over the weekend of my play, y'all. I made my debut. It's going with the show. You gotta believe me. But me being in this show was like one of the best things that ever happened to me because I never did it before. I got to act, y'all. God will do some amazing things. Listen, your steps have been ordered. You just got to go for it, right? Just don't be scared. Faith and fear can't live in the same household. This was my first play, and I got a starring role, y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got a whole starring role, and I had to learn all the lines. I'm telling you, I had to learn all the lines, and it is a craft to this thing. You know what I'm saying? It is some training involved. I had to get some training. You can't just come off the cuff like, you sit at TV and be like, how those people suck. No, it's one thing that you got to learn your lines, the delivery. There's a tempo, a rhythm to this thing. I sang, y'all. I danced, okay? It was a lot. And I cut real hair in this play. And I'm telling you, by the end, when we did our last show, we got everybody stood up and gave us a round of applause. And then one lady was like, I could see this play actually becoming a TV series. Hey, fashion will kill you. Hey, boo, hey. Yes. By me doing this play and stuff like that, it was a fantastic opportunity. This opportunity that was created by Cassandra Hunt. Cassandra Hunt right here. The proceeds went, if anyone bought a ticket or they sold a seed, they bought a ticket, but they didn't show up, it's going to the building on 64th and Kedzie. 64th South Kedzie. 6400 South Kedzie. Y'all can stop by the building. That building was vacant for 10 years. Chicago got a lot of vacant buildings. And God called her from the north side to come to 64th and Kedzie because she got tired of seeing little black kids getting shot up and stuff. And so she took her craft, her faith, put $60,000 in the building, even though she didn't own it. And because of that, the owner was like, you know what? Because you're doing so well with this building, I see what you're doing. I'm going to let you buy it outright. So she's supposed to get a grant from the city, but this play also went towards that, y'all. So saying that, this was just an all-around good experience, and I'm doing something good in the community. Now, me getting on to other things. So I met some fantastic people during this. One is MILF, okay? MILF. I know y'all thinking moms I like to boop, but it's not. It's moms in love with fitness. Moms in love with fitness, okay? Moms in love with fitness. And if you use the code MILF, you'll get a discount on fitness wear. It's fitness wear, okay? So you could be cute, black girls doing a thing, got a workout thing. Can you see? They got a workout line. And you put that code in, and you get 15% off. Now, I've got an outfit. Mercedes, look what I got from Mercedes. This here, okay, one of the owners is Mercedes. And I got these here, okay? Moms that like to work out. It's cute, right? And when we support small businesses, we're feeding families, right? When we support small businesses, we're feeding families. Nobody gave me any money to promote this. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do. So after the show, I'm actually going to put on this outfit so you can see how cute it is. And me being an AKA, you know how she gave it to me in pink, okay? Got to have a pink outfit. So you're going to see me actually wear this outfit, not during the show though, after this, because I don't want to take away from the topic of the show today. Also, simply extravagant. You can rent tables and chairs. Okay. You can rent tables and chairs. Simply extravagant. They just have party rentals all together. You could get the 360 camera. You could get an $850 package, extravagant package, which is 4 hours of the 360 booth, inflatable booth, money gun, fog machine, customized backdrop, red carpet prop, LED lights. Hey, what's going on? Joni Red Butterfly Manifestation Music Ministry himself, DJ McFord. I was literally just going over some small businesses that I don't mind promoting. So, Simply Extravagant, you can contact them at 219 678 4102. 219 678 4102. And it's simply epr@gmail.com if you got to email them about something. Simply epr@gmail.com. Once again, you can get an extravagant package if you're trying to throw a big party or a big shebang, okay? A la boom for the people who are over in France or who speak French, a la boom, okay? Y'all gonna have a big old party. So if you're gonna have a party with the $850 extravagant package, you get 4 hours of 360 photo booth, inflatable photo booth, a money gun, fog machine, customized backdrops, red carpet, a prop, LED light setup. If you want to have a movie night, right? If you're trying to do something different, maybe you're in an organization and y'all want to do something to make some money, have a fundraiser, right? These are all fundraiser ideas. If you don't want to do an extravagant package, you could do a $250 night package, which is a 20-foot movie screen and projector. A 20-foot movie screen and projector. So they said their slogan is, let us make your party extravagant. Y'all check out extravagant package. Hey, Dad.296. All right. And then also MILF. Go to MILF, MILF. You can find them on Instagram and use the code MILF. All right. Hey, Brown Sugar. Hey, girl. Hey. Like I said before, y'all, I'm just doing my due diligence of helping people. Shout out to my Lower Lounge family, okay, with my music ministry. Okay, DJ McFord on Wednesdays and Fridays till the next day. Y'all want to hear some good music to uplift your soul, turn that young brother on and go for it. All right. Now, I'm going to let some more people come in the room and then I'm going to get started. But the reason why I do these things is because God says be a cheerful giver. All right. And speak to each other when you come in the room. Hey, Fashion Will Kill You. Also, check out Fashion Will Kill You, one of the coldest stylists on the planet, besides my sister. Okay. I got to share you, Cass, and myself. But Fashion Will Kill You in his tagline, best tagline ever. Best fashion stylist on the planet. Okay. All the way out of New York. Now you got your plug, boo. Okay. Now, what am I saying? In being a cheerful giver, it's not always about finances, right? It's not. It's promotion. You could promote people just by word of mouth. Word of mouth is the best advertisement. It's free. And it helps. By you supporting people, you're supporting people's family. It ain't, people shouldn't have to beg you for support. You should want to do it. So special shout out for everybody that took the time to support me, either spiritually, like they prayed for me, that I had a fantastic debut weekend, or they financially supported me by buying tickets, even though they weren't coming, right? Or they actually supported by showing up and they spent their money, right? So all around across the board, I love people, right? God is about love and relationships, which is about the show. So, welcome to the Love and Tea Show. Okay, y'all are gonna get me. Stay right there. Y'all about to get a good laugh. Now I know y'all like, Andy, where did you go? Well, I'm gonna make you laugh real quick. You can't go nowhere without having some love in your heart and tea up in this cup. Ooh. So yes, welcome to the Love and Tea Show. Listen, I don't have an assistant. It is just me. And I needed to make sure I was on today. So I know y'all like, what is this show all about? Okay, well, the Real Love and Tea Show is just this. God is about love and relationships. Period. God is about love and relationships, not being alone. God didn't make man to be alone. So on this show, it's about love. God is love, okay? And being that, if you don't have self-love, you won't even be able to recognize love because God is in you, right? So you got to get yourself together too, all right? Because God is in you. And so if you angry all the time and mean, that is not of God. That is something else. And you need to fix that, which is fine. So God is about, this relationship thing is simple. And my show is simple. God is about love, loving others, loving yourself, rediscovery, rediscovering who you are. Every day you change. Minutes can go by. You could hear a good word and 5 minutes could change your life, right? Moments. Once a moment happens, it's over. So at the end of the day, you could really hear something powerful and it could change your life. A lot of people saw this show and it was powerful, right? It was powerful for two things: the message that was in it and the fact that it was going to help children in the community do something productive. Then it's about just rediscovering who you are. Like, you have a right to change as far as when you get in God, you become a new creature. You are not your old self. Now, hear me and hear me clearly. You may find some things that you used to do that you don't want to do anymore. As you get older, you start becoming more wise. What you did in your teens, you don't do in your 20s. What you did in your 20s, you don't do in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and so on, right? And then restoration. God is about restoration. You lost it. Sometimes God will let you lose something so you can appreciate it. Sometimes we take things for granted, and until we realize the sentimental value of it, now we want to get things together. And then sometimes God gets rid of things because, hey, baby, sometimes God gets rid of it because it's not good for us, right? Sometimes a closed door is on purpose. And then God will give you something better. If it's meant for you to have, God will give it to you again. And then God is about healing. We all go through some type of trauma, and we got to stop shaming others for when we have our down seasons, right? It's for us to be there for one another and getting healing, all right? And in healing, you have to have boundaries. You got to stay away from toxic people. You can't heal and have toxic people around you, because this show is also about mental health. So a man think of, so is he. You can't function with an unhealthy mind. People are killing themselves, right? So this show is to show you how that you should be able to have peace in your life. Healthy thoughts, no depression. I believe in God in therapy. And most importantly, faith, the faith of God, the Creator, to put Him first. Jesus died on the cross for our sins, And I used to use him as a situationship. You know, I used to just choose God for certain things. God, I got this. I'll let you do this. So I'm picking and choosing, telling God, no, I can pick my own man. And I just got through watching an old play, an oldie but a goodie by David E. Talbert, A Fabric of a Man, right? Sometimes we want these really expensive fabrics, and then we don't know how much it really costs or what it's going to cost us. And it was called The Fabric of a Man, what a man is really made of. And sometimes we look at people on the outside when we really should be looking on their inside. A lot of our issues are we look at people on the outside instead of seeing their good heart or feeling them. Like you have a spirit of discernment. You just got to click it on. Remember, God is in you. Which brings me to my topic for today. You're like, Andy, about time. Take a step. Don't walk blind. I know you're like, really, Andy? Take a step. Don't walk blind. Yep, that's what today's episode is about. Take a step. Don't walk blind. And you're like, Andy, how can you take a step and walk blind? If you catch it, fine. If you didn't, I'm going to help you catch it. Taking a step, and this could be metaphorically or physically. In fact, it's going to be both, okay? So when you say take, what is take, okay? Take means lay hold of something with someone's hands. So you're going to grab it with your hands. You're going to reach for it. All right? So you're about to go for it. You're going to reach for it. And then it's also to take, remove from someone or something from a particular place, to pull or draw. You're going to take something from somebody. Give me that. And then a step, an act or movement of putting one leg in front of the other, in walking and running, footsteps, a stride, a pace. In your life, when you walk, there's a pace. It's a rhythm. You have a stride about you. Some people have a long stride. Some people have a short stride, depending on their legs. Okay, I got short legs. But in my walk in life, my walk with God is long. On getting to my destination, my walk is long. And in biblical sense, walk means your behavior or conduct. I know it went right past you. Right? So when I say don't walk blind, literally, you cannot walk blind. Okay, so don't walk. So walk means, once again, it's the biblical sense of it. Hey, Bacon! When I say don't walk blind, biblically, it means a conduct or a behavior. To live, how you live your life. You don't want to live your life blind. Not being able to see. And blind means unable to see because of injury, disease, or congenital condition. Lacking perception, awareness, or deception. Cause someone to be unable to see permanently or temporarily. Deprive someone of understanding. So when I tell you the subject matter is take a step and don't walk blind, what I'm saying is your steps have been ordered. Have you walked? I am Miss 729. What up? Everybody speak to one another. Hey, Facebook family. Hey, Instagram family. When I say take a step, you have to move. Your steps have been ordered. There's some physical action in it. Either you take the step or somebody gonna take it from you. Meaning you have an opportunity. So if you don't do it, it's going to get taken from you. And then you'll always be guessing. What if? What if I would have did that? What if, what if, what if? Yes, last week I basically told you about the art of faith. There is an art of faith. Actually, Tatiana was one of the actresses in the play. Bacon is actually Tatiana, and she's a phenomenal actress. And it was an honor to be on stage with her and in training with her. Right? We took a step. We had faith. All of this is about faith. Last week, I basically told you there was an art to it. So now I'm going to go into it. Like people tell you, oh, you got to see it as though it's already. And people think you're walking blind. No, some people are physically blind. They are blinded to the fact that they didn't move due to fear. They're walking, their behavior, walk. It's how you live your life. You are unaware of what's going on. You have no understanding of your life. You are just moving with no purpose. You lack perception. So when you walk, how you live your life, when you are taking your steps, even though God ordered them, you don't do it. Maybe it's because of injury that you had, right? Because it says being blind, unable to see. Maybe you're unable to see physically or spiritually because of an injury that you had in your life. Something happened to you. Some trauma happened to you. And then the disease. Because this injury happened to you, it has spread. And it's gone on for a number of years. So you're walking, but it's not a healthy walk. It's not a healthy conduct. You're moving, you're taking steps, but it's in the wrong direction. It's not what you were called to. And either you can fix it, decide to move better, either you can decide to say, I want to live my life right. Because if not, you'll continuously walk blind permanently. It can be fixed, right? Being blind, not in the sense of, I'm not making fun of like blind people, like people who are physically blind. So for those jerks who's about to get on the internet, I'm not coming for the blind. I'm not doing that. All right. I think those are some fantastic people because they use their other senses and do major things. I'm talking about people who are spiritually blind. Those are the people I'm going after. And those people, if you're not careful, can be very toxic. You could be toxic. If you're walking blind, not paying attention, you are unaware of your surroundings, at some point you're going to run into a wall. If you don't get the help that you need, eventually you're going to run into a wall. And it's going to be a dead end. But if you decide, because life is about choices and the choices that you make, it does not have to be a permanent situation, because you could bag up off that wall and say, hey, I hit my head, I bumped my head, but I don't want to keep butting my head because it hurts. I don't want to keep butting my head because it hurts. And maybe I am walking blind because I was hurt. Maybe I was hurt on the job. I didn't get the accolades that I thought I was going to get. The career that I pursued isn't working for me. So my emotions are taking over. I am blinded by the emotions that are happening to me, which is causing me not to see clearly. I've been there before. I've been that person before, where I let a situation blind me, right? You walk into a relationship, you think a person is a certain way, you don't believe what you see, their words don't match what they do, but you're in love with the what could be. Let's put it like that. This person could potential. You're in love with potential. So you're blinded, and they say you're blinded by love. But that's not love. That's not real love. That's why my show is called Love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not self-seeking, right? Love has peace and joy in it. But if it brings you anxiety, depression, and fear, that is not love at all. That's something else. So when a lot of times people are like, I was blinded by love. No, you weren't, because that was not love. That ain't even a definition of love. That's something else. What you in is in a hellish relationship, a toxic relationship, and you need to get out. You literally hit a wall. And that's not healthy. Literally, you are at work. You know this is not the job for you. God called you to do something else, but you constantly want to keep doing it, knowing it brings you anxiety, brings you fear. That's not how God wants you to be. You might have to leave that job and go find another job. I'm not telling you not to work. Andy not telling you ever to be lazy. That's not it. But if he called you to go do something, write a book, write a play, it took a lot of guts for Cassandra to do this and put her capital up. Now, there other people donate, like Home Depot and Mac, but a lot of stuff she made out of pocket. She couldn't be blinded by fear. She literally, God ordered her steps, and she had to take that first step. Your walk is your conduct, your behavior, how you see your life. What is your life about? What does it represent? It's when you're blinded, you are deprived of information. You don't have an understanding. You deprive of an understanding. Why is it like this? How come I can't see my way out of it? This is just the beginning for her. Yeah, this is just the beginning for her. Like, for real, during the play, a lady just stood up and was like, I see this play turning into the movie. Like, the cast is extraordinary. And so she made the lady come out of the audience and touched her hand and say, I touch and agree with you. Because when two or more come together, it's sealed in heaven. We going on tour. I believe it. Like, I even tag Tyler Perry. Like, you got to believe. This isn't just a physical walk, but it is. Because when you believe in yourself, you walk differently. You have confidence. When people are intimidated, they walk different. They walk timid. And it's not, when you have a good walk about yourself, you have to say nothing. You don't have to, I'm this, I'm that, like Pastor Hannah and Pastor Glenn said. You ain't got to announce yourself like that, because your gifts will make room for you. If you walk in and do what you're supposed to do, I tell my students, if you get ready, you don't have to stay ready, because I practice my lines. I went home. I became this character. I would start thinking what Jasmine would do. I was Jasmine in the play. And I started to be like, When I read these lines, I just literally needed to become Jasmine. What would Jasmine do? I took the training seriously that she gave. Right. DJ McFord said you got to put it out in the universe and speak it into existence. Yes, you got to speak it, say it, claim it. The power of the tongue. I took the training seriously. I did not read the line. Like, it was so funny. I didn't know I was the main character. I just kept saying, one of the main characters, I just kept saying, dang, she got a lot of lines. But my conduct, how I carry myself is always, even when I was a server at Olive Garden in college, or when I had to work at the casino as a server at High Limit, wherever I worked, whatever job I ever had, even as a stylist, makeup, hair, working on the living or the deceased, I've always did my best. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to go in all loud, like I'm going to be the coldest. No, I just went on and did my thing. When you physically take your steps, you walk differently. You have confidence. I didn't know going into this play that I was going to love it so much. I got the acting bug. Ain't that crazy? And I never did it before. But this isn't me talking about the play. This is talking about me physically taking a step into something I never did before. Now, people could have said you went in blind. No, I went in by faith. Blind is different. It's a distraction. It's bland. You can't see. Faith is you see everything. I see it as though it already is. Walking in blindness, I see nothing. It's a shadow. There is no color. It's not vivid. You can't see images. So when you're walking somewhere blind, you can't see nothing. Walking by faith means I see it as though it already is. I don't go in, oh, I can't pay my bills, but I go in and saying it's all going to work itself out. I wake up every morning saying my account is on overflow. Then I get a client that call me, say, Andy, I need you for XYZ. I need to get some lashes from you. I need you to give me a full set of nails. I need you to, you know what I'm saying, make me some press-ons. Somebody passed away. I need you to hook them up. I need you to do some public speaking. I need you to be in this play because you have a talent. I need you to teach your students so they can get their license. What am I saying? Faith is totally different from being blind. Being blind, you lack perception. You can't see nothing. When you are in faith, you don't know what's going to happen. You just believe something amazing is going to come from it. But it can't come if you're in a toxic situation. And then you become infected. You have this disease on you. And then it causes depression and anxiety and fear. You took a step, but you took it in the wrong direction. You didn't trust in God. There's a line of communication. He gives you discernment. He will tell you it's a small voice. Don't do that. Do that. And in doing it, you might get a little fear, right? God gives you all of these emotions, but you can't stay there. You might be a little fearful, like, oh my God, am I really going to do this? I've never acted. I'm really going to go for this audition. I'm really going to do it. You could be scared, but you can't stay there. You got to say, to heck with it, and just go for it and do your best. Pray about it. God, give me the memory. Give me the words, the actual tone that I need to do and to be in order to do it. Hey, Tech Mommy. Happy Mother's Day, everybody, too. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Either you had them physically or you're a mother of many. Some people are a mother of many. They physically didn't birth any children. But people that came around them, they nurtured and helped them on their journey. Those are mothers too. People who help you get to your next level. Your destiny helpers. They're mothers. They nurtured you. They saw something in you. You were blind, and then they helped you get out of the situation. Because even though you are taking steps and you're blind, God will send people to help you out of that situation. Remember, you can be permanently blind or temporarily blind. So either Joni, happy Mother's Day. Bacon, happy Mother's Day. Edna Black Official, happy Mother's Day. An amazing human being. Tech Mommy in the technical world. They weren't blind to the fact that they couldn't do it. They went in and said, I'm going to attack this thing. It may be scary, but I'll get over it. If I fall, I'll get back up. In order to be successful in life and in your spirituality, you have to have this certain way about yourself, a certain confidence. So even when you know, like physically, you are drained, you come to the Creator, you go to God, you go to Jesus and say, I need help. And He will give you the strength that you need because your steps have been ordered. You just have to take the steps, but you can't go in blinded. You can't go in not being prepared. Not being prepared, that's a disease. Half doing something is a disease. That's a guy. Edna Black is a guy. He's a hairstylist. He's like one of the coldest hairstylists in Brazil. DJ McFord. It's a guy. So it's amazing that people, you got to go in prepared. You know nothing about the job you're going to apply for. You didn't research it? Hell, there's Google. You mean to tell me you can't Google? You want a relationship. You going in blind because you're not going in open to love. When you take a step, you're taking a step of faith. Faith is, I want this relationship to work. Not meaning this could be a friend. You might go on a date and y'all get to talking and y'all don't have anything romantically in common, but you may go in saying this could be a business relationship, a partnership, a friendship, spiritually, a prayer partner. So when you go in a situation, I never go in saying, oh, this ain't going to be good. Because whatever you speak, it manifests. You don't believe me? Okay, here we go. Because I told you, walk to take a step. The message is take a step. Don't walk blind. Walk is the conduct. Biblically, it means your behavior. You want to see nothing. You don't want to go into a situation. You don't want to have a behavior of just doing stuff, not knowing what you're doing. Being faithful is, I'm going to step out on a new venture. It was presented to me. Somebody really saw something in me that could better my life. I'm going to just go for it. But I still had to research. Like, what is this person about? Because just because somebody say it's an opportunity, don't mean it's an opportunity for all of those that's on the phone. You can believe what you want. Like, not all pastors are good pastors. That's why you got to read the word for yourself. So these scriptures, when I break it on down for you, I need you to go break it on down for yourself. And before you read it, ask God for discernment. So for instance, you will read Proverbs 2:20. Proverbs 2:20. So you will walk in the way of good men and keep to the path of righteousness. Here we go. Proverbs 2:20. So you will walk. So your behavior, your conduct will be in the way of good men. They didn't say bad men, of good men. And it will keep you on the path of righteousness. So if you behave and hang around people that are good for you, then you will be in righteousness. No, here's the other one. Psalm 37:23. The steps of a man are established by the Lord, and he delights in his way. The steps, the movement, your pace, your stride, how you move, right, are established by the Lord. And he delights in it because he wants what's best for you. God don't want you to have a raggedy life. I hate when people blame God for their life. Hey, Shiny W76. I don't like when people blame God for their mishaps. You didn't go to God when you made the decision, so why are you blaming God now? God. He should have known that it was going to happen to me. Remember, you walked in blind. You didn't actually look at this person and see who they were. You just went by their words. They looked well. You didn't really look at the fabric of that person, the character. You just believed what they said because they had a nice car and a good job. You didn't look to see if they were a good human being. You walked in blind. And then you wonder why they mistreated you. You took the step. It was the wrong step. You should have walked in like, God, give me the discernment to really be able to separate if this is a good person. Hey, Diesel 983, what up? You got to really pay attention to who you hang around. You got some friends, but they never support you. They ain't your friends. They're your enemy. Now, your friends won't necessarily be able to support you all the time, or they won't be able to see your vision because God didn't give it to you. And sometimes you can't explain. You just got to do it. They are blind to you and what you're trying to do, or what you're doing, trying is being somebody else. Nike is just do. So what you're doing, they're blinded to it. They can't see the vision. They can't step with you because God didn't give them that vision. This is the flip. Some people, they want to walk in your direction, but they can't. They're blinded. You have to just go on faith and do it and believe in it. Sometimes you got to put in the work, and once they see you putting in the work, then they will come support you. Like me being in the play. I had to put the work in the play. Once I started putting the work in the play, some people came out and saw me. Did everybody come out and see me? No. Am I mad about it? No. But some people took some pictures. Some words gonna get spread, and people gonna find out about me. I ain't got to toot my own horn. I ain't got to do nothing. I just got to keep being me. I'm 20 years in hair and makeup and stuff like that. I know I look young, but I had to put in the work. I had to have some mishaps. I had to have some experience. And you do that, don't do that. I had to take some classes. I had to act like I had to know that I don't know everything. And I got to stay up to date with stuff. Or I'll be walking blind. And once people start seeing me do work and putting it on the internet and people hearing about it, now they want to come over. They believe in what I'm doing. But they didn't see it at first. And I don't treat them a certain way. I don't go, you funny acting. I'm talking about the friends that's just never supportive. They just never gonna support you. They just always got something negative to say. That's different. You don't want those type of people. They ain't righteous. Remember, the first one was Proverbs 2:20. You will walk in the way of good men, and it will be to keep you on paths of righteousness. If you hanging around bad people, ain't no good path. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of it. And then you got Proverbs 3:6. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. So in everything I do, I give glory to God. Because if it wasn't for God to send Cassandra to me, first of all, if he didn't wake me up that day, and I came through a snowstorm, okay? So if I didn't get there safely, and my one student that showed up, if he didn't come, there would not be an experience. It wouldn't be anything for her to see. So God allowed everybody to get there. He aligned my student to get there, Jermaine, who's also in the play, because he got to see her. I mean, she got to see him. So Jermaine came, I came, I taught him, he was learning, and it was just an entertaining situation where she was like, you got a talent. And then the client came in, saw him cutting hair and everything like that. And that made a way for him and I to get auditioned. Okay? She had me sing at the end of class. Oh, can you sing? Oh, yeah, I can sing and I can dance. What? So God created an opportunity. But I acknowledged him and she acknowledged him because she was like, yo, I wasn't even, when I went up front, I wasn't even supposed to be here today. That was a divine connection. So she noticed that it was divine, and we noticed that it was divine. And when it all came together, the play and everybody in it, it was just totally all called by God. And it's a Christian play. So just saying. If you acknowledge him and stop trying to take credit and stop being egotistical, more opportunities are happening. Some stuff don't happen because you got a bad attitude. You don't work well with others. You are not a team player. There's a time that you have to be a team player, and there's a time that you got to just be on your own. There is a difference. But if you go to God, he will let you know this is a project just for you. This is not a project for somebody else. God gave me this idea to be by myself. And I had to just be on faith and do what he told me to do. But it wasn't for me. It was anybody. He is using me as a vessel to help anybody that is going through something. Which leads me to this. The last one, I promise you. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Guard your steps as you go to the house of God and draw near to listen, rather to offer the sacrifice of a fool, for they do not know they are doing evil. I need y'all to hear me. I know this gonna lose some people, but for those that catch it or want to grab it, I need you to hold on to what I'm saying. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Guard your steps. You have to protect the way you walk, the way you saunter, the way you move, your pace. You have to guard it because everybody don't like the way you walk. Everybody don't like your conduct. Everybody don't like that you have a light about you. So when you following God, hey, Yana, MPLS, what up? So when you are following God, you got to protect what he gave you. If he told you your steps have been ordered, you got to protect that. You got to protect your calling. You got to protect your purpose. You can't let nobody. Do you know I've had a breakup during the play? Oh, you didn't? I'm going to tell you. I've had a breakup. I had people telling me this ain't what you're supposed to do. You do hair, stick to hair. But when your steps have been ordered, you walk a certain way. You have confidence. Hey, Torrance, you walk a certain way. You are not blinded to the fact that everybody won't approve of what you're doing. When you're taking a step, you walk by faith. You don't walk blind. You don't go into the situation of, okay, I'm going to cancel what doing something because people don't like it. No. Some people are fools. And some people, they've never taken a real step. Some people have never did their calling. They play it safe. In order to be an entrepreneur, in order to do what God called you to do, it's scary some dang times. But I'm not walking blind. I don't always have the answers. I can't say what my next move is. I really can't. All I can tell you is I have faith that something amazing is going to happen to me. What I can tell you, my future spouse is going to be like, this is an amazing woman. And I believe in what she's doing. When people try to tear what you're doing apart, that's not the person for you. And you wish them well. You don't wish them any harm. You keep it moving, because if you stop, you miss what God has for you. Hey, RCRQ93, you just got to keep moving. You don't stop for no one, not even yourself. When that fear starts to step in, you say, hold on, God, give me strength, and you move. Because if you don't, and you listen to the fool, sometimes fools don't even know they're doing evil. But fools in the Bible will get you killed. You ain't supposed to let them in your door, step on your doorstep. You ain't supposed to sit at the table with them. You sit around a fool, and guess what? You can end up dead. They'll put something in it because they jealous of you. It's people, they just don't want to see you make it. And they will do it for free. They will take you off your calling for free. You ain't got to give them a red cent. They are happy to do it. Some people get the pleasure of seeing you crash and burn. Oh, I knew you wasn't going to marry that person. Take the midnight train. That's right. That's right. It takes a lot to be you, Cass, to get up every day and decide that you're going to be you and be great. I'm going to sip on that. Cheers to you. It takes a lot, DJ McFord, to do Wednesday and then turn around and do Friday and stay on to the next day, all the way to Saturday. And anybody else on this call, that part. It takes a lot to be you, and people can't feel your shoes. So when they want to jump in your lane, they can't even wear your shoe size. I never would have made it. I never could have made it without you. And now I see that you were there for me. I am not alone. You are not alone. At the end of the day, you've always had God with you. He was right beside you. Even when you made your silly mistakes, even when we were walking blind, we were walking in arrogance. When you are walking in arrogance, you are walking blind. Seriously. He protected us. It could have been a lot worse. Oh, it's just me? Oh, okay. But when you know better, you do better. Because at the end of the day, your conduct, your behavior, you're hanging around people that they just so stupid and foolish. They don't even know that they doing what they doing. You got people, they family been doing it for years. We want to stop acting like everybody's family is great. It's some people, they always gonna be criminals. They don't plan to do nothing else. They're gonna be criminals. And hear me clearly. I mind my business and I don't get into theirs. I don't jump on in their lane. Right? It's some people that gonna forever sell drugs. That's their business. And I mind my own business. Okay. I do me and they do them. But what I'm saying is I don't mix with them. I don't hang with them. I don't want to be nowhere around that. Because when you start doing stuff that you know is wrong, it get on you. And then you get blinded by it. Then you start thinking that's the right thing to do. Stronger, wiser, better, do much better. Stronger, better, faster, stronger. Not forget right, y'all. Stronger, bigger, faster, stronger. Go, Kanye. He knew it. Kanye's a genius. That's what y'all think about him. That's why he's a billionaire. Oh, he's crazy. You'll be crazy too if you lost your mama. You lost the most important person to you that supported you with everything. Okrastu, what up? You'll be crazy too if you lost somebody that was on your side because you know the world is evil. Be in it, but not of it. Just saying. We need to give people grace and mercy. Just saying. We want to stop acting like we perfect and we not. But when we are blinded, we need to get out of it. Because if you don't get out of it, it could be a permanent situation. What did I say earlier? They said blindness could be temporary or it could be permanent due to the injury or the disease. Or it could be congenital. Congenital means is since birth. So maybe you were born to this blindness and then you got a word. Maybe from me, God is using me today to open your eyes to see that you can do better. You don't have to stay in your situation. Especially when it wasn't from natural causes. Yes, you could be, and yeah, if it wasn't a natural cause, like I said, since birth, you got in a situation, this is how your family is. It's not until you get around some people that are righteous that you realize that I hadn't been living my life right, but I want to do better. That's why people have to stop being so self-righteous and so condemning and give people grace and mercy and to be able to improve themselves, right? That's why I said a person can hear a message just 5 minutes ago. It could change their life forever or see something. We got to stop and remember that just because a person uses the word love, that don't mean that's what it really is. Because all you know, when they got loved on, it hurt. Somebody could have beat them physically, emotionally, wore them down, but they kept calling it love. Manipulation is not love. Gaslighting is not love. Being love bombed is not love. It's everything else. Remember, bombs come to destroy. Boom. And it messes with you chemically. It can mess up everything. You're like your neurological senses, the chemicals in your brain. You could be blinded from that. And then you need help. And that's why I believe in God and therapy. That's why I believe in destiny helpers. Okay? And I believe in God and therapy. If you can't figure it out, you keep doing the same thing over and over again, looking for a different result, that is insanity. So you need Dr. Darlene Nichols. Dr. Darlene Nichols at 773-366-3437. 773-366-3437. 773-366-3437. danministries.com. 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 Or Adonis D. Johnson. Adonis D. Johnson, Adonis Johnson. I am my life coach. I am my life coach. I am my life coach.com. There are books, DVDs, because you got to do the homework. And then there are life coaches, okay? God has people that are therapists. Hey, Jonelle. God has people that are therapists, be in it, but not of it. You can't tell. I wish somebody would tell me you can't be a celebrity hairstylist. Go shoot yourself. Shoot the spirit in you that make you a hater. Like, knock that off. Kill that off. And then, of course, there's God. There's a connection. You just close your eyes. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. You don't need a person. You say, God, come into my life. Forgive me of my sins. Be my Lord and Savior. I know you died on the cross for my sins. And I choose you. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. And right there, you are saved. Now, once you are saved, you did the sinner's prayer. That don't mean whatever low down dirty thing that it's just resolved. You don't have to do any time. I hate when people do that. All the dirty deeds you did is just going to be scratched off. No, God is decent and he's in order. He is right. He is just. So you are going to have to go through trial. Okay. You're going to have to go see a judge. All right. Even though he is the judge, you're going to have to go to a real courthouse. Now, it may be expunged. It might be overturned. They may find some foul play, means you get a second chance, but you still got to go through it. Yeah, you do dirt, you got to pay the consequences. It is what it is. Okay. So just be careful. I'm just going to just be real with you. Because if you touch thy anointing, you touch one of God's children, don't be a footstool. Okay, don't do that one. Don't think you're going to do dirt to me and you're going to just get off scot-free. But here's the thing about that. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to wish you any harm. In fact, I'm going to send you the blessing. But if God want to get you, he going to get you. It ain't nothing I can do about it. Major key. Shoot the spirit in you that makes you a hater. That's right. I'm telling you, shoot the spirit. You heard me say that. 100. Shoot that spirit in you that make you a hater. Because when I take my step, I'm not taking it blind. So I'm telling you, today's episode was take a step. Don't walk blind. Don't you go into a situation not knowing all of the ramifications of it. You can't see clearly. Don't let that injury, because like I said, healing is important. You can't bring your situation, the old relationship, into the new relationship. That means that other person won't get a fair shot. And that's not right. You have to heal. I'm going to make this situation work. I'm going to go into this situation. And then you treating the person the way the other person treated you, or you're skeptical. You can have a good man or woman and ruin it because of your behavior. And that don't make them bad. Technically, it make you bad because you didn't go for the healing. And they wasn't going to put up with your drama. I believe in healthy boundaries. I believe in blocking people, literally. If you are about love, joy, and peace, you get to stay. But if you are about, let's go with it, depression, fear, anxiety, you got to go. And hear me clearly. Some people are in your life for a reason and a season. They were just supposed to help you on your journey. They were never supposed to go to the final destination. And that's okay too. And then once again, people are not perfect. They make mistakes. So as long as it was not detrimental, there's a such thing as forgiveness. Or did they really learn from it? All of that plays a part. Workout legend. Hey, what up? Y'all got to check out Workout Legend. He was in the play too. He played Mike, got his hair cut in the competition. He's a workout legend. Y'all support him in his gym. So once again, y'all can wear y'all cute little MILF outfits by Mercedes. Okay? Y'all can wear y'all cute workout outfits. That supports one company. And then y'all could go work out with Workout Legend. You know what I'm saying? So y'all support two families. And before I forget, these beads are by Yas Inc. YAHINK. Yas Inc. That's where these beads come from, except for this one, okay? It's beautiful. This is from some luxury design. But these are all this is somebody's work and it's feeding somebody's family. Yas Inc. Okay? Yas made these. Okay? Thank you. I'm just saying. I'm not walking blind. I know what I'm doing. People are like, well, why do you get on your show? And why do you promote people? Hey, Medea, why do you help people? Why you should be charging? That's why you ain't blessed. If God wanted me to charge him, he'll tell me. He will tell me. God says, be a cheerful giver. I didn't go into this situation blind. I knew what I was doing. When I said, God said, not only are you going to tell people, I love you if nobody else loves you. You strong enough. Listen, you better know you're strong. You talented. You smart. I'm going to say you strong again. But we're stronger together. One is better than two. One is better than two. Support and promote a Black business 365. It's on us first. Shop Black 365. Now, I agree to that at some point, but I support others that are not Black as well. Okay. And that's because God is about love and relationships. Stay right there. Because if you live in a community with others, it helps. Some of your investments ain't going to come from Black people. I'm going to just keep it real. Now, do you shop with your own first? The answer is yes. Yes. That's what other races do. They shop them and then us. Inside, then go out, outsource. But do you support others? I do. I do. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I don't. Black people don't make shoes like that. They're not cobblers like that. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Oh, no. I'm with you. I'm with you, Janelle. I'm with you. I'm saying first than others. No, I'm with you. But I'm just letting others know because they'll take that and run with it, right? They'll take that. You know, this is social media. And they'll say, oh, Andy's against, she's racist, she's against others. No, I'm not. I love everybody. I'm a mixed person. I love everybody. So go whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, okay, I know I'm melanated. Okay. But I'm not going to stop loving on my family that's not. It's just not going to do it. It's stupid. And sometimes your friends are family. And so since I have friends that are not Black, they're my family that I chose. Like the Lower Level Lounge. or my doll family. It might be somebody on here that's struggling, that's a business owner, and they may DM me and say, Andy, can you promote my business? And if it's going to help them feed their family, by all means, I don't care if you Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. I'm going to help you. Middle Eastern. Because God says, love thy neighbor. It didn't give a color because God knew that people would be so stupid and run with that. Not saying you, once again. I'm talking about other people. This is the doll family. Once you decide that you are a doll family member and you DM me and say, hey, Andy, can you support this? Look at this. This is Thai. This simply extravaganza. Okay? MILF is is Mercedes. Cassandra is the play. It was all nationalities on that stage to help put that stage together. Unity is everything. That's why I don't like the term strong Black woman. No other race does that. Put all that on a woman. Their women don't have to be so damn gone strong and independent. To the fact that the other part, the male, feels like, oh, she's strong, she don't need me. No, we need each other. Codependent, not independent. Hey, like, you know what I'm saying? I meant to say interdependent. Interdependent. I don't want to be independent, interdependent, and I sure don't want to be codependent on somebody where I'm a user. Hey, Salam, how are you? I don't want to be codependent. I need somebody. No. What you are dead weight. You walking into the situation blind. What you doing is you another mouth to feed like a baby. You somebody's kid. And that ain't fair for a man or a woman. For a man to live off a woman is horrible. For a woman to live off a man is horrible. Y'all got to work together. And everybody want to use, what's the woman in the Bible? Proverbs 31 woman and all that other stuff. She was interdependent. She had her own business. She was doing her thing. She wasn't waiting for somebody to come. Oh, husband, she could cook, she could clean, she could mend, she could do everything. But they ain't just be like, oh, she's strong. No, screw that. I'm not that dang on strong. I fall apart. I cry sometimes when things get hard. And I have to literally sit down and talk to God and say, God, help me through this situation. I'm not so independent that I don't know I need a partner, a life partner. You understand what I'm saying? That I don't need a future spouse. The thing is, while I'm waiting for my future spouse, I'm supposed to be busy in my purpose, doing what I'm doing, making my money. So whatever it is, whatever portion it is, I could say, this is what I'm bringing. Because when a person knows what you're bringing, they're not coming into a situation blind. Hey, Kanal, Natasha, what up, boo? Kanal, Natasha, you know what I'm saying? Everybody speak to one another. They're not coming into the situation blind. They're not. You tell them one thing and then they see that you was just trying to use them to get a place to stay. Or you was using them to get in the company and then try to snatch the position away from them. I was watching another play and Malik Yoba was in it. And the guy, his friend or so-called friend, which ended up being his enemy, he had got him the job at this law firm. And the guy was doing everything to snatch the job from him and ruin the relationship that he was in. And everybody around him was like, watch your friends, watch your friends. Because just like I tell you, just because somebody say it's love, don't mean it's love. If it don't bring you peace and joy, but it brings you depression and fear, And anxiety, baby, that is of the devil. That is something else. That is not of God. What I tell you, it's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. You got to be your own Ghostbuster. It's something strange. You need to take your gun out and zap it out. Okay? That is what your boundaries are for. Because if you don't, you are walking into a situation blind. And then it's gonna get on you, and it becomes a permanent situation. It deprives you of understanding. It deprives your thinking. You can no longer think. You can no longer see yourself. You can't see yourself gaining weight. You can't see yourself being unhappy. You can't see yourself not hanging with your friends. They have secluded you. You can't see yourself being gaslighted. You can't see yourself being manipulated. And guess what? Stress kills. People kind of try to figure out what causes cancer. They're going to stress. Stress. I truly believe that. It may be some other things, but I'm telling you, stress kills. And it can happen at any dang on age. Yes, I understand there are some congenital and other things that go into different types of cancer, but I'm talking about one of the main factors is, and more women get it than men, they're going to stress. You keep wanting to be strong and independent. Joni says, sure does. Young guy, Janelle says, that's right, do the math. Stress can, you keep walking into a situation, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to kill yourself. It's a lot of people jumping off the bridges, committing suicide because they walked into the situation blind. You was hanging out with people that you shouldn't have been hanging out with. Oh, I'm going to get him for his money. Okay. And he done broke your heart, shambled it, embarrassed you. Now you feel like you can't show your face, or reverse. She done took all your money, sir. And then she got with somebody else. You even had the nerve to move this heifer in. You done built something with her, bought her a business, and she done left you. And don't have kids by these people. I'm calling it out. If you walk into the situation blind, you go take your steps, but you do it blind, okay, we're going to see what happens. I'll wait for it. It could be a temporary situation, or it could be a permanent one. You got people really killing themselves because they are walking into situations blind. They are embarrassed. They can't, dude, I can't believe you let that happen. You really thought you was in love with this person. Everything in your brain told you was in love. In the Bible, it talks about it. Love sick. You can get a real sickness from thinking you in love. Brokenheartedness can cause you to go blind. It could cause physical illness. I researched this, so you go research it too. You could be love sick and it can really kill you. So stressed out by it. Being stressed can cause you to go blind. What are you blind? There is a phobia. There is a real phobia from being in love. Like you are so scared. One relationship, you could never be in love with another person again because it tormented you so. That is permanent. That one person controlled your whole destiny. If you could have just got past it, you could have met your soulmate. If you could have just got past that, you failed on the project and tried again, went back to the drawing board, failed a couple of more times. Hell, it took the Edison 1,000 times to make the light bulb. 1,000. And what did he say? It took 999 times to figure something was wrong till I got it right. Tyler Perry went homeless 7 times. I love bringing him up. You don't know the torment that he probably went through, the self-doubt, all of that. Look at him now. Y'all talk about Oprah. Y'all can say what y'all want. Or y'all probably call her ugly and everything else. Everybody wish they was Stedman, though. I bet you that. Now you wish if I could be with Oprah. That's why you got to be careful. You got to look at a person's cloth, the fabric that they're made of, and not just the outside appearance. Look at their heart. God says, look at the heart, how good and clean the heart is. People say, you do gotta match. I call them fraternal twins. They go together. They born together. You cannot separate them. Because the moment that you do that, it's the moment you walk blind. If you see it, trust it. If they do it, trust it. Trust it. If they say it, trust it. If they do it, trust it. Babies trust their instincts, their discernment. So do animals. This gut thing that you have. When babies get around a bad spirit, they wah, wah, wah. Now some babies are spoiled, right? But we talk about majority. The dogs, they gonna get to barking. We're not talking about those that were trained to be vicious. We talk about natural instincts. It's adults, because adults think they too dang on smart. But they forgot there is an enemy. He comes to devour, kill, steal, and destroy. And he coming to destroy you every day of your life. He gonna send a familiar spirit. You thought you got over it. But guess what? That demon, he gonna disguise it as something else. And every now and again, he gonna keep coming back in your life. And every demon is attached to 7 demons. This is all in the Bible. You can go ahead and check these spirits out. The spirits, there's 7 spirits that is attached. So you think you got rid of this familiar spirit. It's gonna keep coming back. And then it's gonna be stronger. So you made it the first level. You got past it in your teenage years or your childhood years. And every so often, it's gonna creep back up to see if you really got through. I'll wait for it. That's why people could be addicts, and they tell them, once you're an addict, you're an addict for the rest of your life. Some people are love addicts. 7 deadly sins, all of it. You think you over something, and it'll come and slap you in the face because it was different. It was disguised different, but it was the same thing. That's why you can't get so cocky. That's why you got to stay in the spirit. Sometimes it ain't a physical battle. Most times it's a spiritual battle. And that's why you got to have a relationship with God. You got 1,000 angels on your right, 10,000 on your left. But what's your, you got to have your weaponry, you got to have your war clothes on. What's that? You got to have that Bible. You got to have that word in you. So when the devil do try to come, you got to be able, hey, you may come against me, but you won't prosper. This too shall pass. Joy comes in the morning. You got a whole bunch of them. And as I leave you today, I really need y'all to get this. I'm not coming at you. Listen, it ain't by accident that you tuned me on. You may see this tomorrow, tonight, a week from now, 2 weeks, a month, a year, 4 years. I don't know how long they're going to keep these things up, right? Because I'm about healing, mental health, having peace in your life. Favors for a lifetime. People want to say, no, it's not. It's for a freaking lifetime. Yeah. Oh, you only get, no, baby. I got favor all on my life. I got a calling on my life. And I got to protect it. All in the Bible, guard thy heart, guard your steps. Your steps have been ordered. Your conduct, your behavior has been ordered by the Lord. You're going to be a certain way. You got to be righteous. It's been ordered. Yes, nobody's perfect. The Bible's full of misfits. In fact, he don't want perfect people. God wants you right now. I told you. You're smart enough. You're talented. We're stronger when we're stronger together. And I'm strong enough to get here and let you know this is a safe space that you are loved. And you have people on here that are family, right over left. Before I check anyone, I got to check myself. That's right. You check, you do a self-check. You make sure you're healthy. You got to make sure you're not walking blind. How you gonna be the blind lead the blind? You know what I'm saying? Y'all be wondering where these slogans come from. The old folks knew the blind leading the blind. I'll wait for it. Both of you dummies don't know where you're going, and y'all trying to lead each other. You trying to lead, and they following you. Both of y'all dumb. The blind leading the blind, and at that moment you are blind until you are woke. When Saul became Paul, that was a temporary blindness. It was a temporary. God made Saul blind. And when he opened his eyes up, he changed forever. This is your Saul to Paul moment. You were blind, but now God is opening your eyes and he's using me to let you know it doesn't matter that you went to jail. It doesn't matter that you was a prostitute. Hey, you thought that was your only way. Y'all got to understand. That's what some people do. Something you used to sell drugs. You may have been a murderer. Saul was a murderer. Just saying. There's alcoholics in the Bible. Prostitutes in the Bible. The lady with the alabaster box. Stop it. The lady that they was going to throw a stone. Stop it. You can't cast your stones. Look at yourself. For those that want to cast stones on people. God can make a sinner a winner. Like that. Just like that. The underdog. Just do it. It ain't trying. There's levels to doing it. That's why Nike's slogan is just do it. When you do it, but you do it the right way. This is coming from a place of love, not a place of judgment. By you being blind, you are cutting off your purpose. You are cutting off your life. You are on life support right now, and your butt is about to flatline. But have you ever seen it? Them people that flatline, and all of a sudden they come back, it go, and then they go, boop, 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 boop. It may be even a small pulse, but as long as they got a pulse, they living. So even though you hear this and you don't reach your full capacity, because it takes some time for healing. God got to put you in the wilderness and shut off all these things that are bad for you. It's a process, but you got to trust it. And it's going to be painful and it's going to be scary because you got comfortable in your pain. You got comfortable in it. But it's up for you to trust the process and be willing to shed the old and be willing to be in the unfamiliar. Sometimes people get in the wilderness and want to go back to the toxicity because it was comfortable. But comfortable is the root of all killers. It's the biggest sin ever. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. In your uncomfortable state is how you found out how strong you really are. Just like when you're working out, it first starts to hurt, that good pain. And then you see your results. So you're going to go through some painful moments because you're shedding the things that are pleasing to you or anybody else. You want your mate, but you got to get rid of some stuff. Maybe you got a mouth on you. Hey, I had a mouth on me. Just saying. And then I had to learn to just be quiet and block and leave it alone. Don't cuss nobody out. Just And then sometimes people will take you there because they just want to see. But now I'm just gonna listen. I check you in a way that is just like boom. And I block you. Unless God tell me to unblock you. For safety measures. You have to believe that you got to meet your best self. I was speaking to someone during a play. And they say, Andy, I want to take my life. And I said, you can't. And they said, why can't I? I said, because you ain't met your best self. And whatever is ailing you, it wins. And you can't win because how gifted you are. God got so much more. What you have to have is a plan of escape. If you are walking blind, you got to have a plan of escape. You got to have a plan for healing. You got to go to therapy. You got to have faith. You got to find a way to get out of that situation. You can't look at the situation like, oh my God, it's awful. What are you doing to better yourself? You want to go to school? Okay, you got to get on the internet. You got to do some research. You want a spouse? You got to look the part. You got to dress better. You got to have hygiene. All right? Nobody want a sloppy person. You got a bad attitude. You need to fix it. You got to have a purpose. Because if you don't, then you're going to be jealous of them because they have a purpose or a calling. Y'all supposed to be a teammate. So you got to learn to be a team player. You got to learn how to forgive. Can't be so emotional on work. This is work life too. I did this by myself. That's a lie. Even TD Jakes always talk about and Pastor Hannah and everybody and Bill Whiston. Partnerships. It's partnerships in business. Everything has a partnership. Romantically, business, spiritually. Come on. Stop it. So as I leave you today, I'm leaving you with this. When your steps have been ordered, don't walk blindly. Don't walk blind. Walk with your eyes wide open to the fact that God wants better for you. You have not met your best self. So don't give up. If you were ready to kill yourself, don't do it. Don't do it. You are about to commit a permanent thing to a temporary situation. It will get better. It will get better. It will get better. Just have a plan on how to get out. I gave you some therapists. Sometimes you can't tell people you're going to therapy. It's nobody's business. Go to God in prayer. He's open 24 hours. I love you if nobody else loves you. I do. I want nothing from you. I only want you to meet your best self. If this video helped you, like, share, pass it. The word of mouth about healing is so important. Self-love is the best love because if you can't love yourself, you can't love others. And God is about love and relationships. And I am because God is in me and God is in you. I'm just flicking on that light switch right now to let you know. So, YouTube family, I'm gone. I'll see you next week. Same time. Okay. Same cute girl. All right, YouTube. Bye. Instagram. Shout out to Young God. Shout out to Fashion Will Kill You. Shout out to Joni Red Butterfly. Kendall Natasha. Shalom May. Bacon. DJ Mick Ford. Medea. Workout Legend. Y'all keep walking in purpose. Okra Stew, so many others. Fashion Will Kill You, Cass. RCRQ93. Torrance Smith, Yana, Diesel. Y'all don't forget to support MILF, the workout, and use code MILF to get 15% off. And Simply Extravagant, 219-678-4102. And Ty is the person, okay? Bye.